So a lot of people who follow me on YouTube don't even know what I do, have no idea what profession I'm in. I'm not a professional fisherman. I'm a professional writer. I got a crazy story that goes behind it. I grew up in a bad environment as a kid, surrounded by some mobsters and the mafia. Ended up in a bad position in my teen and 20 years. I ended up in prison for 13 to 50 years for extortion, bank robbery, armed robbery, and was sent away. When I was away in prison, I found God. I know that sounds cliche, but God found me. I was in solitary confinement for 19 months. I discovered I had a gift for writing, so I started to write, and I did not stop writing for 13 years. About 6 years into my prison bit, a friend of mine posted sample chapters of the book I just finished on Facebook, and this is 2009. I didn't even know what Facebook was. He just said, I want to put sample chapters out there. A woman who worked for a publisher in New York found those sample chapters. She also saw that I was a Christian, and so was she, a new Christian. She asked me to read the full manuscript, so I had my friend turn it into a PDF and sent her the manuscript. She read the manuscript in 3 days, which is 1,100 pages. It's both volumes of my To Be a King novels. It's the only copy I got right there. It's the original #1 copy, first copy. She wrote me back in a couple days and said, this is the best book I've ever read in my life. I would like to help you get it published. I work for this publisher. I have friends in commercial fiction. We became pen pals. We discovered very quickly we had a lot in common. Over the next year, we fell in love. Me and this woman who worked for a publisher in New York fell in love. Like literally heads over heels, fell in love through letters, never spoke a word. She waited 6.5 years for me. I married her the day after I got out. And bang, started my life, published my books To Be a King. They shot to like the top. At one point, I think they were ranked #3 in the world, the mafia genre. Anyways, fast forward to what I do today. My bread and butter is not necessarily just writing novels, although I wish I had time to full-time publish the 9 novels that I wrote in prison, but I got to pay the bills. And one of the things that I do to pay the bills is I help people write their own books. Typically people who are very successful, who have made a lot of money in their careers, and now they coach and consult or train people. They don't have time to write a book of their own because it's very hard to do and time-consuming. So they seek out a professional, like a tenured writer like myself. I can take their book, your story, and turn it into like an epic novel. It'll read like an epic novel of ups and downs, highs and lows, love stories, triumphs and victories and tragedies. You'll cry, you'll laugh, you'll be angry, you'll feel real emotion. And I'll turn your story into a story that reads like an epic novel, but in fact it's real, and it'll be your story. So that's what I do. But I also can ghostwrite novels, science fiction, anything really. You just kind of tell me the premise and I'll go with it. But my bread and butter is ghostwriting, kind of call to action business books. People who want to drive traffic to their coaching and consulting businesses, their training courses, whatever. I will make it so people, when they get done reading your book, they're like, oh my God, this guy's the man for me. Like, how much does he charge? It's $50 a month to join his class? I'm in. Anyways, that's what I do, how I make money. Plus, I write novels, and I got these other, 8 novels to publish. So, but make sure to check out To Be a King, Volume 1 and 2. Perfect 5-star reviews almost. They're awesome. Just saying, people call him the next Godfather. So make sure to check them out and stay tuned and watch all my content. Like and subscribe if you haven't. But if you need anything, we own a publishing company, me and my wife. We do publish books, anybody's books. If you have any kind of publishing needs, writing, coaching, anything like that, boom, I'm man. We can help you out. We'll make it happen. I'm out.
Now that was gangster. Who's next? Ah! Boom.